Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Thanks a bunch for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Guys, today's beer comes from Collective Arts Brewing. These guys are in, says Ontario, Canada. We did one the other day and I said that. But on the can here it says they're in Waunakee, Wisconsin, USA. So I don't know. I didn't look at the can the other day. I just read off what Beer Advocate says. But evidently the main brewing places there, and they are doing it in the United States according to what's written on this can. Like I said, I didn't pay any attention to the can we did the other day. So this was available here. My friend Dennis picked this up at the Kroger store across town. This is an 8.2%er, double dry hop, double IPA, and they did multiple versions of this, guys, called Surround Sound. This particular one was done with Enigma, Moutere, Simcoe, and Centennial hops, and they've done a bunch of different ones with different hop varieties in it, guys. So this particular one has those hops, and it does say New England style on the back of the can here, unfiltered, keep cold, and it has January 20th of 2020 written on the can. Very unique artwork, and this is a heat shrunk label on here. It's not a printed up can, so very colorful artwork on it. So let's jump over to Untapped. I did tell you it's 8.2%. Surround Sound Enigma, the latest version of our rotating hops, double dry hop, double IPA, showcases some truly unique hops from around the world. Enigma from Australia, Moutere from New Zealand. So there's a couple of southern hemisphere hops. Should have a little spicy notes there. Simcoe from the U.S. results in a beautifully intense bouquet of flavors of tropical fruit, passion fruit, ripe berries, and citrus. We dose all our Surround double dry hop, double IPAs at 20 gallons, I guess per liter, 20G/L of hops to impact an insane hop experience. So let's find out what this is about, guys. We don't have the IBUs, of course. And it tells who the artwork is by here on the side of the can. But thanks so much, Dennis. I do appreciate it, sir. And into the glass we go here. And we won't be able to get it all on the original pour here, but we will get it in the glass before I go off camera. It's a light colored, very much like the one we did yesterday. Not a orange juice color, but slightly lighter than that, maybe half orange juice, half grapefruit juice, or just grapefruit juice. And when I swirl that around for that pour, try to get everything in there, it increases the head dramatically, usually. Almost 2 fingers of head on that, guys. Good looking beer, definitely unfiltered, nice and hazy. It does look like a New England style beer. It does. Over to the light, not a whole lot of light coming through there. It's definitely pretty cloudy. Good looking beer. To the nose we go. Well, if they've used all those hops, I'm not getting a whole lot on the nose. Of course, it's a couple of months old. It may have been a little more prominent in January, right after it was put in the can. It smells decent. There's some citrusy notes there. Hints of some spicy notes from the southern hemisphere hops. Not a whole lot else. Maybe a hint of some oranges or tangerine. Maybe a slight hint of some tropical fruit notes, but not a whole lot of that. The aroma is kind of subdued. I'm a little disappointed in the aroma amount, but maybe the taste will make up for it. So let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Dennis. Definitely getting the spicy notes from the southern hemisphere hops. The Enigma and the Moutere both Southern Hemisphere hops. I am getting that spicy note. A little bit of citrusy notes and very subtle tropical fruit notes, oranges in there, but they are really, really subdued. I'm getting more of the Southern Hemisphere hop, the spicy notes on it, than anything else. The alcohol is well hidden. It is a very tasty beer. It's just not off the chain with the hop aroma like a lot of them. But when they use different hops like that, especially Southern Hemisphere hops, you're not going to get that off the chain hop aroma that a lot of Northwest hops provide. It is very tasty. And for an 8.2%er and the alcohol being as well hidden, ABV on the can, date on the bottom of it, you may see this one in the fridge too. I mean, it's a pretty tasty beer. I will have to give it that. It is a tasty beer. It is a well-made beer because the alcohol is so well hidden for an 8.2%. Let's get the back end pour in there and see if anything changes in the appearance. Not a whole lot. Yeah, it's still really, really cloudy. Definitely looks like a New England style beer, guys. No argument there. So, very pleasant. So let's sip on it, let it come up to room temperature and see if anything comes forward or sticks out more prominent when we come back for the final chug. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on it well over an hour, closer to an hour and a half. Nice slicing effect on the glass. This is a tasty beer, guys. You may see this one again in my fridge, especially since it's available. I have to go across town to get it, but it is a tasty beer. It is a nice New England style beer. It's not got the off the chain hop or taste that a lot of them do, but it's still very pleasant for me to drink, and the alcohol is up to 8.2%, so definitely well into my go-to beer range. So I enjoyed this. Dennis, thanks a bunch for picking it up and bringing it over to me. I may purchase some of this stuff. It's not blowing my hair back and my socks off. It's not outstanding or world-class to me, and if you say it is, I'm not going to argue with that. If you've never had anything in a New England style, and this is something you can get your hands on around here, I can understand why you might think it's the best thing you've ever tasted. But it is a very enjoyable beer, guys. I did enjoy it. So you may see it again. These guys at Collective Arts are doing some tasty stuff. And now that this one says it's done in Wisconsin, it's not coming across the border, or they're going to put a bunch of taxes and all that stuff on it for brewing here in the United States. It's going to make it less expensive for us. So I enjoyed it. Final chug. The hop aroma is a little more prominent now that it's warmed up than it was cold. A little bit more of the tropical fruit notes. Still not off the chain, but very pleasant. Cheers. Alcohol is extremely well hidden, guys. Very well made beer. Tasty. That's where I'm going to put it. A-90 for me, guys. You may see this one again. Over to Beer Advocate, not enough people have commented, so they have NA. They're back in the showers, getting soap in their ears. Over to Untapped, they have it at 3.94. That's B+. I think it's a little better than a B+ from what I drank and seen in the glass, and with the ABV on the can and the date on the bottom, it gets a 90 from me, guys. So if you think it's better than that, I wouldn't argue with that. If you think it's not that good, I wouldn't argue with that either. It all depends on where your palate is, what you like to drink, what you want to drink, and what you want to spend to drink that beer. So with that being said, if you've had the Surround Sound Double Dry Hopped Double IPA, this one has the Enigma, a Moutere, Simcoe, and Centennial hops. Simcoe is pretty good. Centennial is a very common hop. The Simcoe is one of my favorites, guys. It is very citrusy, very pleasant beer, hop to have in a beer. I definitely have brewed with Simcoe and Centennial before, but not the other two. So, with that being said, if you've had it, let me know what you think, guys. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge or the humidor.